Hey there guys, it's Rick Utzer here with AirgunWeb, your home for old school airgun reviews and where we tell you the facts, not fluff. Today's video is on the Daystate Red Wolf. Now, if you like this gun, well, you got to go get it at www.airgunsofarizona.com, and that's who's sponsoring the video today. Now, this gun is my personal gun. I actually paid for this gun. I shot it at Airgun Expo. I really liked it. I don't have anything like this in my collection, and I wanted something that had that electronic type of function to it, just so that I had it as part of my everyday kind of testing platforms. And so that's why I got it. Besides, it's a really nice air gun. But if you've heard about the Alpha Wolf or you've heard about the Delta Wolf, well, you can check those out at www.airgunsofarizona.com. When you check them out, and if you pick something up there, please let them know that you saw this video and that's why you went over to their site. That'll really help me out. Now this is actually take two of this video. I realized as I was wrapping up the first video that I was kind of trying to put a square peg in a round hole. And what I mean by that is that this is the standard power 22 caliber. It is really designed for precision shooting out to like 50 yards or so. When you start going beyond that, conditions have to be absolutely perfect. Ideally, you'd want to be indoors with everything controlled, and then you're going to see this thing continue to group exceptionally well all the way out to probably 75 and 100 yards. At 50 yards, the standard power is really, really good. We're talking sub 1 inch all day long. Today, I want to see if we can shoot sub MOA, which would mean center to center less than ½ an inch. So that's my goal, to see if I can do that with this gun today. We do have winds and they're variable up to about 10 miles an hour. So that's a challenge, and that's sort of where the square peg in a round hole, or round peg in a square hole, however you want to say it, kind of came into play, because I was getting really good groups at 50. When I took it to 100, yeah, it was just obvious that this doesn't have the legs, doesn't have the power. If I could run a heavier projectile with good stability, it would be fine in 22. But the standard power is standard power. There is a high power version that's meant for that. That's not this gun. So, you know, if you're gonna use something within its, gosh, with where it was built to run, it ought to perform well. When you take it outside of that and it doesn't do well, what did you expect? You're operating outside its parameters. So today we're going to shoot at 50 yards. Now, I've done already some videos with this. You guys can go back and check those out and get, I'll put, the average velocity we get with 1813s on high power, because that's what we're running today. You guys can see it. I'm not running the chronograph because we've done that sort of already. If you're not familiar with this gun at all, it's all electronic. So we do cock it, but that simply tells the gun, hey, I'm ready to fire. It does load a pellet into the breech, but the computer in here measures the pressure. It knows what settings it has. There's all kinds of parameters that I don't understand. I mean, I would understand them in a mechanical sense, but if I wanted to go in there and try and tinker with the electronics, I'd just screw it up. So I just leave it factory. And it sort of knows how to get you what you're asking it to do, and I believe that it takes your pressure and makes adjustments along the fly. It's an electronic valve too, so there's no hammer that hits anything. It's really pretty cool. It's why I bought it, because it is that cool. The trigger is also not mechanical. It's a micro switch, so you're just literally on, off, shoot, don't shoot. So it is ounces, like only a couple ounces to fire this gun. It is two-stage, so you can actually, if you're really, paying attention, you can pull back, you can feel it touch the wall, and then the next little bit is just you pushing the micro switch. It's very, very cool, this whole platform. I'm hoping to get the new Alpha Wolf. I've requested one in 25, whatever the highest power one is, because I really want to have a 100-yard sub MOA air gun that does it 7 to 10, 7 or 8 times out of 10. That's what I've always wanted. That's what I'm still looking for. I haven't found it yet. So I also have some guns I haven't tested yet that we're going to be pulling out here shortly to see if we can do it. But nonetheless, I would love the Alpha Wolf to try that out. The other thing I want to show you guys is I've got the camera up by the target, and I've left the mic on, and I'll ask my sister as she does the editing to leave that audio in. I want you guys to hear sort of the wind conditions that we're dealing with, because it's hard to really represent that well. I hope to get some flags and some other things that'll kind of show it better than we're doing now. I also want to show you sort of my range. So I'm back here and I have a 100-yard range. I'll do a quick video right from the table here so you guys can sort of see it. So this is my range. So we're right here, obviously, and the 50-yard target is right there. As you guys can see, you've got the target and the camera, and then down there is 100 yards. And we're able to shoot here, you know, basically all we want. This is my private range, it's on my property, and I really enjoy having it. I know that I'm quite spoiled, so I do appreciate that reality. I just topped this off. We're gonna load up the magazine. Again, we're shooting 18-1-3s, and we're gonna see what we can do at 50 yards. I'm gonna shoot 5-shot groups and see if we can get any of them that are gonna give us some sub MOA results. That's my goal today. So let's go ahead and get this loaded up and see what we get. Now, for the glass today, I'm running the Hawke Sidewinder. This is the 6-24, yeah. So this is the 6-24 first focal plane. I've mentioned this before with the scopes, that a lot of times, especially if you get like the more affordable ones, when you are looking down the scope at the highest magnification level on the scope, say it's a 24 or a 32, oftentimes it's hard to see. Either the eye relief becomes very restrictive or it's just hard to see through it. I don't get that with the Sidewinder. Granted, it's an expensive scope, but this is a very expensive gun, so it makes sense that you want to put that on there. It is a cool combo for sure, and I enjoy very much. Let me get this set up so I have a little more adjustability. The other thing I'm trying to do is not fight the rest. I have a bad habit of sort of muscling the rest where I need it to be rather than letting it do its job. I want to show you guys what the gun can do, not necessarily what I can do. And if I'm fighting the rest, then I am not doing a very good job of things. Okay. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and take a shot. I'm going to just aim for the center. I've done a little messing with the scope, so I want to see where we are right now. Okay. Okay, shoots to the right. Let's try again here. Okay, so we are shooting to the right. Let's bring it back here. And the wind is pushing left to right. So I went 6 clicks. Let's see where that puts us. That's pretty close. Okay, so I'm going to come back to the right a little bit. Like 2 clicks. Okay, so let me reload this, and then we'll start shooting our 5-shot groups. I don't know if that last group, minus our sighters, would put us into that sub MOA category. We've got to be less than ½ an inch at 50 yards. That's feet, I got to tell you. We're talking center to center, so we'll measure it and then do our math. But it's harder. It's hard to shoot that small. Everything's just got to be perfect. Now, I would probably get better results if I, sorted my pellets and weighed my pellets and did all that stuff. And if I was shooting competitively, I would certainly go through all of that. But, I'm just an average guy shooting out in my backyard. Maybe I'd do that. I don't know. I just that for me that becomes work, and air guns for me should be fun, not work. So that's just me though. If you don't take me wrong, if you're a head size checker outer and pellet weigher and all that, that's awesome. Go for it. It's not my bag. So if you are curious as to what air guns will do with a tin of pellets and Mickey Mouse rest setup and table, then I'm your guy. This is pretty much what you're gonna get. Maybe I'll get some fancier gear later, but I've been doing this a long time and I'm just happy where I am. So, all right, enough of that. All right, we're gonna shoot upper left. Okay, great group, but it's not Sub MOA. I will definitely measure all of these, and when we come to the end of the video, I'll show you a picture of the shot card and I will measure them. If any of them hit Sub MOA, we'll know it then. Okay, 5 more shots here. That's way off to the right. If I shot an extra one, we're gonna shoot just one more, just for giggles. I probably miscounted, but you know, it's not a group that's in contention anyway. But let's just make sure. I probably did 5 shots, but we're gonna shoot another one anyway. Okay. Boy, the wind on a 22 really can give you some fits, and the wind we have here today isn't constant. It's not like it's blowing, you know, one direction all the time at the same velocity. It's variable, and not only is the wind speed variable, it's directionally variable too. So once, you know, a couple shots, it may be coming left to right, and then it's right to left, and it's all coming sort of at me, and it's not coming from behind me, so it's all this way, but it's this way, and this way, and this way. It's challenging. Okay. We're just gonna continue on down here. Okay. 3rd target down on the left. Okay, that's going to be Sub MOA. I'm not a competitive shooter by any stretch, but I've heard competitive shooters say that you'll find a rhythm, and when you're hitting where you want to hit and you're in the rhythm, just don't stop till you're done. And that group sort of felt like that. Like once the second shot went through the same hole, I was like, okay, if I can just keep the follow through, keep the pressure on the gun, just do the same thing a few more times, we're going to get a good group. And sure enough, yeah, I can't wait to measure that one. That's well under half an inch at 50 yards all day long. Okay, let's go down one below. That was awesome. That was really good. Okay, let's try it again here. Nope. There comes the wind. Okay, not bad, but had that one kind of get out. I'm shooting an extra shot somewhere, right? So there's There's 11 pellets, and I'm like, how am I running out when I'm shooting 5-shot groups? Yeah, oops, I don't know. Counting can be hard. All right, let's see where we are pressure-wise. It's nice to just take a peek. We're at 204 bar. I don't know where this falls off the reg on the high power. I think it's somewhere about 180-ish, 185 in that area. So we've got a few more shots. Let's do this. Let's do this last mag. See if we can get one more like we know is going to be Sub MOA. I know we've got the one. Let's see if anything else is going to give it to us here. Okay, top right. Okay, that's going to be Sub MOA as well. I'm pretty sure. I would be shocked if that isn't. That's another example of, like, you're in the groove, don't stop. Would love to put that in the center. Okay, so I'm a little low right, so let's see if we can go up a couple clicks. And then to the left. Okay. I'm going to go one below. Oh, crap. Okay, I got a little ahead of myself. We have enough air. We're 193. We're dropping a little bit faster now. I think. Let's just go ahead and do one more mag. All right. So we got 2 that are definitely Sub MOA. If we can get 3, that would be awesome. Got a little ahead of myself on that last group. Okay. I'm going to slow down a little bit. I'm going to come up. And then I'm going to come over 1. Okay. What? That was my follow through, damn it. When you're trying to shoot half an inch at 50 yards and you like just lean slightly and you watch the picture shift and you see yourself pull a shot, God, that's frustrating. Okay. I'm going to finish this mag out. Hopefully we've got enough here. Yeah, we're at 188 bar. It's not showing low pressure, so we're probably fine. All right, let's just finish this out here. Okay. That wind is really picking up. Okay, that's going to be Sub MOA too. All right, guys, I'm going to go grab that target. I'm going to measure it, and then we'll go ahead and wrap this up. Be right back. So I'm just walking out here to the target. I wanted to bring you guys out because, again, you guys don't necessarily hear the conditions. We've got a little bit of wind today, as you can probably hear it on the camera here on the cell phone. You hear it blowing? Yeah, that's what we're shooting in. It's just like that. We're in West Texas. That's what we get out here. Would love to have it where it was dead calm, and of course we get those on occasions, but for the most part we have conditions like you're hearing right now. But even with those conditions, we're getting some pretty amazing results. As we take a look at the target here, that's pretty impressive. I'm going to grab this, take it on back to the camera. We'll wrap this up. So guys, we got some pretty incredible results. Okay, so 50 yards in the wind. You guys heard the conditions. You heard me walking down to the target. You get what we're dealing with here. And it goes from very calm, like right now, to pretty good breeze blowing. So it's just variable. That's what we got. And we see the results of that because we got everything on the target here from a 0.23 center to center at 50 yards up to a 1.14 center to center, where things just got completely, away from us. So these two groups have just got completely away from us. But our first group coming off, these were sight-ins, these were shots just kind of verifying. That was 0.31 there. This is 0.48 here. This is 0.81. This is our 0.23, which, come on, that's 50 yards. Guys, that's pretty incredible. 0.71. This is 0.32. And we have the 9.5 and the 1.14. And then down here we have 0.38. So we have 9 groups on the target here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of the 9 are sub MOA. Okay, so granted, 100 yards, this gun doesn't have the legs for it. But 50 yards, I mean, come on. All day long. We had one group out of all of those that shot over an inch at 50 yards. You're bound to have one get away from you, right? And really with one pellet, if I took the one errant shot off of that, we'd be down sub 3/4 inch group, easy. So this is why I like this gun. If you do your part, oh my gosh, does it reward you. I really want to get the Alpha Wolf in a 25 or in the high power, whatever. If they have, I don't know enough about that, so forgive me, but if they've got a standard or high, I want the high power 25 cal something in this platform, whether it's the Alpha, Delta, or a Red Wolf even. 25 high power, I really want to get my hands on one of those. I've got some really decent 25 cal pellets and some really good slugs. I would love to see what we could do with something like that, regardless of the condition. I think with the extra weight and enough power, this sort of wind conditions we're dealing with today really wouldn't matter. That would be awesome. But I'm tickled that we got these results. Sub MOA at 50 yards is hard. But when you have the right gear, it makes it easy. It really does make it easy. Guys, I want to say just thank you to our sponsors. So we have Airguns of Arizona. Thank you so much for sponsoring AirgunWeb and this channel. Thank you for sponsoring Gateway to Airguns as well. You guys check out Gateway to Airguns, www.gatewaytoairguns.org. Just a wonderful community of airgun enthusiasts that love going out and doing this kind of airgunning. Of course, they like to hunt and everything else, but this is really fun. This is why I got into airguns, was just target shooting in my backyard. I've upgraded my backyard a little bit since the days in South Carolina, but this is what I like doing, and the bunch of guys and gals there on the GTA, that's what they like doing too. So definitely want to say thank you to Airguns of Arizona for all their support and the various things they are supporting. I want to say thank you to JSB, thank you to Hawke as well. Just a whole bunch of people come together to make this channel happen, and the content, that we can bring you the kind of content we bring you. So guys, that's going to be it. My name is Rick Kutzer here with AirgunWeb, your home for old school airgun reviews, and where we tell you the facts, not fluff. Thanks for watching.